Thanks for coming back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing my 2025R after 240 hours. This in, I believe, October of 2020, so I'll have this machine for 3 years. Really enjoy the John Deere. You know, they always say I should have went and got bigger, and I kind of thought about that, and I thought, you know, should I have bought a 3 Series? I think the answer is no. I mean, it would be nice to have a bigger tractor, but for what I'm using it for, I believe the 2 Series is the way to go. When I initially bought it, I bought this 60-inch belly mower, and kind of, you know, trial and error. It's a tough deck to get on and off. You got to make sure everything's lined up properly. But I'm now a believer that tractors do tractor things and mowers should do mowing things. So, should I have bought the deck mower? Yeah, it's nice to have here and there. I don't want to put a lot of hours on this machine if I don't have to, and by approximately takes me 3 hours to mow my my acreage here. So I'd rather, you know, save my machine, put my hours of mowing on my Simplicity ZT3500 zero-turn mower. The one thing that I had to have was the backhoe. So it's a little backhoe. It does small jobs. I've dug some smaller stumps out. I've tried to dig bigger stumps out to no avail. So very, very good with smaller stumps, small brush, digging ditches. I dug out a patio area with it, put some drainage pipes in. A lot of jobs I didn't have to pay somebody to do. Initially, I didn't want to spend the money. I told the guy, hey, let's just throw on the backhoe mounting bracket on the frame. That way when I want to get it down the road, I'll get it and I'll be ready to go. He told me, don't do it. If you're going to do it now, because you'll never do it. So I bit the bullet, and I do have the backhoe. So I use that, I would say every a few weeks or so, but it's very nice, very good to have. There is a learning curve on getting this backhoe on and off. It can be a fight at times if you're not lined up properly, but every time I put it on and take it off, the faster I get. I did purchase the 60-inch belly mower. But I also got a 5-foot box blade, and that's a great attachment to use around your house to move dirt, move gravel, smooth areas out. Was looking at land planes, but instead I just went with the box blade. I did buy a rototiller. I do have a garden here on the property, and I do have areas where I would like to expand and make more grass, more yard. So hooking that up is pretty easy, and make a couple passes through, and does a great job. So wonderful, wonderful attachment. Can be a little pricey at times, but they're well worth it. I also purchased a rock rake. Great for, again, making yard. I've got wooded areas that I like to clean up, so dragging that rock rake behind picking up roots, rocks is very nice to have when you're in a rural area, wooded, and you don't want to pay somebody to do it. So it's great to have that rock rake. So I also purchased this 5-foot woods brush hog, as we call them in Western Pennsylvania. They're mostly noted for being called a rotary mower, I believe. So this is very useful. I mow acreage for people or paths through woods before hunting season. So it was a great price. Couldn't pass it up. It looks like it's been through a war, but that's okay. That's what all brush hogs look like after a few years. A lot of pieces welded to it, but it's worked great for me so far. But another useful attachment I'm able to use on the John Deere 2025r. I am able to transport this machine to places to do work for people. I did buy a 16-foot CarMate car hauler. It's very easy to drive this John Deere 2025r. It's small enough, there's not a ton of weight to where my 2021 Toyota Tundra or any full-size pickup can transport safely and in an efficient manner. So it's always great to be able to travel outside the acreage here to do work for people when they need it, and I enjoy that kind of work as well. This is one of the add-ons I put on this tractor. I'm not sure which brand it is, but I got a bolt-on plate, and what I use for that is I can hook my chains and hook my straps on if I'm pulling, you know, logs out of the woods, or, you know, trying to lift something and I just need to hook a chain on. It's right there. When I did purchase the backhoe, I did get the tires filled with, I believe, lime, so it helps with the weight and keeping things balanced. So those are loaded tires, so that was recommended to me to have those done, and I was glad I did that. I also purchased a set of front forks. In the past I did have some clamp-on forks that attached to the bucket, and I just did not like how kind of put a lot more stress on my bucket, and I didn't want anything to happen or crack it. So I went on, I believe it was Titan attachments, and purchased a set of forks for the front. I use this a lot to load my sawmill by picking up logs or rolling logs on them and then having them rolled up on my sawmill. I use them for hauling around IBC totes full of wood, and that's a lifesaver for me, because I have a property where I'm burning wood to heat my house. So it's pretty darn easy just to cut up a log, split it, throw it in an IBC tote, pick it up with the tractor, and then set it inside my woodshed to burn for the year. That's another great attachment I would recommend. So would I do it again? So if I was in this position 3 years after the fact and I was in the market for a compact tractor, would I still go green? I've thought of that, because there's a lot of nice units out there. There's a lot of nice manufacturers of compact tractors, and I'm staying green. This tractor has never let me down. Took it in to get serviced, oil changes, and kept this in my garage when I'm not using it. So, you know, I might be taking care of this better than my truck, but I know if I take care of it, it's going to take care of me down the road. When I need it, it'll start up. So am I staying with John Deere from now on? And I can say absolutely yes. That's all I have for you today, but I would give the John Deere 2025r a huge 2 thumbs up. If anybody has any questions about it, again, drop those in the comments. I'll get back to you, tell you what's worked for me and what hasn't worked. And I'll be completely honest, this was not a sponsored video. This was just a review after almost having this tractor for 3 years. So thanks again. I appreciate all the support, and have a great rest of your day. I'll see you on the next one. The end.